In this tutorial, we learn how to find the angle between a line and a plane. And to do that, we're going to work through the example that we see here. We're given the equation of a plane, and we're given a line equation, and that's given in vector form. And we need to find the angle between this line and this plane. Now, instead of just giving you the formula for the angle between a line and the plane and using it to calculate the angle in this example, let me spend a minute or so to actually derive this formula. Knowing how this formula is derived will definitely help us in memorizing it. But I should say, if all you're interested in is seeing how to actually use this formula to solve this example, then by all means do skip ahead. Otherwise, let's see how to derive this. Now, for the sake of illustrating this, I've made the drawing that we have on the right-hand side of the screen here. We can see here that I've drawn the plane as well as the line that we have in green here that passes through the plane. Notice as well that the line has a direction vector that I've added here in yellow and that I've called u, and that I've also drawn a normal to the plane in dark pink here, and I've called that normal n. When we refer to the angle between a line and a plane, we're referring to the angle that I'm currently writing right now, and that we call theta. And perhaps you can already see from this drawing that the angle theta is in fact one of the interior angles of the right angle triangle whose hypotenuse is the direction vector of the line, in which the side length opposite the angle theta is the normal to the plane. Here's what I mean. If I quickly draw that, we're dealing with the right angle triangle whose hypotenuse is the direction vector u, that's the direction vector of the line, and we have the normal to the plane, like so. The angle theta is therefore this interior angle of the right angle triangle. And to calculate this interior angle theta, there's a little trick. Rather than calculating it directly, we're actually going to calculate this other angle here, which I'll call alpha. And alpha is the angle between the two vectors that we have. In other words, alpha is the angle between the direction vector u and the normal vector n. And we know how to calculate the angle between any two vectors. Remember, we can calculate the angle alpha between two vectors u and n using the following formula. Cosine of alpha is equal to the absolute value of u dot n over the product of the two vectors' magnitudes. So that's the magnitude of u times the magnitude of n. And you may be thinking that that would allow us to calculate the angle alpha, but we're after the angle theta. But luckily for us, there's an important rule in right angle triangles. The angles theta and alpha are complementary angles, which remember means that theta plus alpha equals to 90 degrees. And for such angles, the following will always be true. The cosine of alpha will always equal to the sine of theta. Similarly, the sine of alpha will always be equal to the cosine of theta. And a quick example of that could be cosine of 60, which equals to sine of 30, which equals to a half. Now, back to this formula, since cosine of alpha equals to sine of theta, we can go ahead and state that sine of theta equals to the absolute value of the dot product u dot n over the product of the magnitude of u with the magnitude of n. And that's the formula. And what this formula shows us is that all we need to find the angle theta between a line and the plane is the direction vector u of the line as well as a normal to the plane. So let's see how that works with our example here. Looking at the line equation we have here, the direction vector, which we'll call u, is the vector which is being multiplied by the parameter lambda. In other words, the vector u here is this one, with components 2, 1, negative 1. So we know what u is. All we need to find now is a normal to the plane. And we'll go ahead and call that normal n. And the easiest way to define a normal to the plane is to use the coefficients of the plane's equation. Here's what I mean. The coefficients here are 4, negative 3, and 2. And that tells us that a normal to the plane is 4, negative 3, 2. And we're done. We now have both the direction vector of the line as well as a normal to the plane. So we're ready to use the formula that we have here. So let's see, that was sine of theta equals to u dot n, all of which is in between absolute values, over the magnitude of u times the magnitude of n. Well, let's start by calculating u dot n. Our vector u is right here, and in fact I'll just copy that in white here. U is equal to 2, 1, negative 1, and the vector n is right here. So u dot n equals to 2 times 4, so that's 8, and we add to that 1 times negative 3, so that's minus 3, and we add to that negative 1 times 2, so that's minus 2. And so 8 minus 3 minus 2 leads to 3. Done. We now know what the dot product is. All we have to do now is calculate the magnitude of u as well as the magnitude of n. So let's do that. The magnitude of vector u will be equal to the square root of 2 squared plus 1 squared plus negative 1 squared. So let me just write that. That's the square root of 2 squared plus 1 squared plus negative 1 squared. That's equal to the square root of 4 plus 1 plus 1. And we quickly see that that magnitude is equal to the square root of 6. Next, the magnitude of n, which equals to the square root of 4 squared plus negative 3 squared plus 2 squared. So I'll just write that. That's 4 squared plus negative 3 squared plus 2 squared. That's equal to the square root of 16 plus 9 plus 4. And that's equal to the square root of 29. Done. Now, replacing u dot n by 3, replacing the magnitude of u by the square root of 6 and the magnitude of n by the square root of 29, we can now state that the sine of theta, remember theta is the angle between the line and the plane, is equal to the absolute value of 3, so that's just 3, over the square root of 6 times the square root of 29. Finally, using arcsine or inverse sine, we can state that theta is equal to the inverse sine, or arcsine, of 3 over the square root of 6 times the square root of 29. And by all means check, but with our calculator and rounding to 1 decimal place, we find that that's equal to 13.1 degrees. And that's the answer. The angle between this line and the plane is 13.1 degrees. And there we have it. We now know how to calculate the angle between a line and a plane in 3D space using the formula that I've just boxed here. And that's it for this tutorial.